I think one, maybe the most important part was, or two important things. One, to fight for the honor of Mr. Inoki was very important to me. And number two was to be able to meet Shibasai in the ring as a fighter. And for me, that's a very personal and kind of a pure moment. And I'm really glad to know him. And for the rest of the show, Tanabe's show of jiu-jitsu skill. I know he only got hit with one low kick. I know it had to hurt because there was no block, no defense, just full Manhof Migiro. Had to be that had to hurt. But he pulled guard and he used really complete jiu-jitsu skills to win the bout, which is impressive. And watching to see Lovato Jr. back in the ring, it was very nice to see as well, because he had his career cut short, but watching him have opportunity to extend it just a little more was great. And yeah, I love the UWF match because Shibata and Tom Lawler are great pro wrestlers, and Shibata is really in the kind of same mold and walking a similar path as Inoki.
今回柴田勝頼選手が、猪木さんに呼ばれてきましたっていうふうに言い方をしたんですけど、ジョシュさんもそんな感じでしょうか？
Yes, but I feel that not just with Ganryujima, but everything I do always has the touch of Inoki in it. He was a mentor and coach to me, so it doesn't matter what ring or whether it's the dojo. His influence is permanent, and it passes on from me to my students. Even I could never mention the name Inoki, and they won't know that he is always a part of what they do, even if they don't understand. And that's just the way it goes when you have that kind of mentorship. There's a flame that is passed on to you. So when you pass that fire to another person, it keeps going. It's like the Olympic torch, right? In a way, you never let it go out. It's the same. As long as you keep teaching it, as long as you keep these things alive, they live forever. So I always think that what I do in life, Inoki is a part of that. He's an influence.
もし今後この猪木ボンバイとか巌流島で戦いたい相手とか、まあ、いるとしたら誰ですか？もしくはどんなルールの試合をしてみたいですか
？Well, I really do hope I get a chance to fight in Ganryujima again, and I'll even do the standard Ganryujima rules with dogi and the Jugobyo 15 seconds, and to experience exactly as it was created. Who would I fight? I don't know. I guess there's a couple options. One to think would be like Sekine Shreku, but I'm more so want to have a grappling match. Oh, as I told Sekine-san, Oyaji grappling. We're both old guys, and I really like his heart a lot. But for Ganryujima, he's undefeated, so I have to consider him because of his success. I'll let you translate and then I'll keep going. But with that, there's an opponent who I've met twice before in IGF, and that's Suzukawa. Suzukawa is also undefeated in IGF. And while generally I'm not thinking to have a bout with Suzukawa-san, but he is also he has a perfect record in Ganryujima, and he's beaten Shibasai in Ganryujima. So I have to give respect to him for that. But I haven't really thought much about it, but I don't have much concern because Ganryujima finds interesting athletes from everywhere. So I know there's opportunity. As to who, I'm not sure, but I know it'll be special. But I do have Proresu athletes that want to compete in Ganryujima. So maybe first I'll start with trying to build them up for to make a great appearance in the Ganryujima ring.
Yes. なんか巌流島をなんかアメリカでこうね開催したいみたいななんかそういう話があるんですか？俺よくわかんない。
Could be very cool, I think. But number one is to have Ganryujima on streaming and in a channel in the U.S. for our U.S. fans to watch it, because there are many people in the United States that are very interested in Ganryujima. They think it's really interesting, and they like to talk about it on the internet. So if they had an option to go and watch all the events, like Enemy Out in Maihama, I know is on YouTube, but there's many other events in a complete show that they would love to be able to see. So I'd like to try and bring that to the US. And if there's enough interest, maybe we could do a US Ganryujima event live. But one benefit to Ganryujima being a Japanese show is that it has a certain Japanese flavor to it, the concept of, the Budo. People in America really love that it is Japanese in every way. So it's a benefit.
これって20年ぐらい前のですよね。違うプレートアウトですよね。ですよね。昔見たもんな。
今度新しく字幕の中井先生が監修して。
When does the roadshow? When's the start for this for the streaming?
25 years ago.
No. When does your streaming?
Next this year hasn't decided yet. But
Okay.
Spring.
Okay.
Coming spring.
期限までオンラインで
Streaming.
ストリーミングで
Have I seen it? Yes. Yeah. I saw it a long time ago. It's really deep documentary about pro wrestling, but also about a very controversial moment in the WWF between Bret Hart and Vince McMahon. And that's the centerpiece, but it talks a lot about American pro wrestling in general, even aspects around the edges of the WWF, as it was back then, not the WWE.
なんかでも MMA with Shadows もありそうですけどね。はい。
MMA with Shadows. So with Shadows.
Soon.
なるほど。これに関してなんか言っていただきたいことがもしあれば、なんかどの場面が。
If you want to understand more about pro wrestling, not just from what happens in the ring, but all the different things that happen in and around the ring, the office, that goes on between the promoters and the wrestlers, and how high the stakes can be, this documentary will give you an inside look at that, and also explain in more detail a very controversial moment in the history of not just American pro wrestling, but pro wrestling around the world.
また会えることを楽しみにして。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。